Alrighty, now we hit the button. Come on, you, work with me. Alrighty. Looks like we're good. Greetings, everyone! I am Dr. J, and I am well aware that it's been less than 12 hours since I wrapped up streaming last night. But honestly, I've got time this morning, and I've been able to make a little bit of noise without waking my roommate up, and honestly, the insulation between our rooms is actually pretty good, so I don't have to worry too much about that. And realize it's an early morning, and there probably won't be that many people showing up as a result, but you know what? I did get to play Fire Emblem at my usual time this past week, so you know what? We're jumping in now. So, just to give a sense for what we're up against.
Which battlefield are you headed to?
This is our next objective. We've got a battle at the Great Bridge of Myrden, where we get to reclaim it from the Alliance territory, well, Alliance control. So we'll see how well that ends up working out for us. Make sure to take care of everything that I need to before this point. So,
make sure you're ready.
Before we do that, however, we've got the obligatory support conversations that we need to see to. So, let's start going down the line.
In that case, you should just keep picking commoners like me for all the important jobs. Strength in numbers, right? The more of us there are, the less anyone will be able to complain.
I believe your point to be a sound one, but putting it into action will only heighten our chance of failure. Try as you may to troll a river for jewels, you will most often find yourself hauling up mere pebbles instead.
I get what you mean, I think. Accidentally picking the wrong person could really hurt the Emperor's reputation.
And provide the perfect opening for nobles who want nothing more than for commoners to be kept in their place. An utter disgrace. Here we stand amidst the flames of war, yet some on our side only seek to drag their compatriots down.
As per usual.
There is no rot as fetid as that which plagues our foul aristocracy. It would not surprise me if they breathed noxious fumes.
Are you sure they're not are you sure it's not the fumes you're spewing? Or the vitriol you're spewing?
Yeah, I guess they are pretty bad when you put it that way.
At any rate, it seems you must be the one to plow forward, for the time being.
Come again?
You are a mercenary, Captain, no? Surely there are worthy candidates for promotion among your subordinates. The situation would be far less volatile if any potential appointees came with your direct endorsement.
Oh good, no pressure at all. And if the person I pick doesn't work out?
Assuming they are not wholly indefensible, we would do our utmost to shield them from criticism. Though I suppose if worst came to worst, we would be forced to sever ties with them. And you.
No pressure.
I can respect that. Protecting the Emperor is priority number one.
Indeed. It is the first and only priority. Do note, though, you needn't force yourself to pick someone if you fear the consequences.
Right, got it.
No pressure.
I guess in the meantime, I'll let you know if I think of anyone who might be able to handle the job. And oh, let's keep the whole severing ties thing to the real worst-case scenario, okay? You might look the calm and logical type, but I know your emotions can get the better of you sometimes.
Huh, that's an unusual expression from Hubert.
A keener insight than I expected. Perhaps you truly are the right person for this task.
Was that a whisper to yourself or out loud to Shez?
Quite the eye you have on you.
Thanks. My vision's not too bad, I guess.
Wait, Shez doesn't understand metaphors? What?
Now, if you could only pair it with some intellect, we would have a true wonder on our hands.
Okay, Look, I don't think you guys are in a position to complain when Edelgard didn't know what a high five was. Oh, hey. I really need to figure out how to pronounce your name. Grenadiges? I'll figure it out eventually. How you doing? Is it just me, but does Hubert emit, like, an edgy vibe? Why the hell does he put so much pressure? He's so mean. Honestly, that's Hubert in a nutshell. Well, I'm trying to think of the best way to describe Hubert. As far as I can tell, he is the kind of person who does the wrong thing for the right reason. That's probably the best way to describe him. He's devoted himself to making sure that Edelgard is Edelgard is on the right path, making sure that everything works out for her ambitions, was basically told by his father and then later accepted it as his own mantle to make sure to see her through whatever she gets herself into. So, as a result, well, he tends to be very cold and calculating to make that happen. And that's partly his personality, partly a necessity. Alright, so what do you two have to talk about?
Wow, that was amazing! You really know your way around a sword!
Oh, hey, Caspar. You were looking pretty good yourself. Wait, haven't we had this conversation before?
I don't know. Must be because you're always sweeping the floor out there. Looks like I've still got my work cut out if I ever want to catch up to you.
Okay, so continuing the thread from last time we talked.
Hey, come on. I'd never be able to do what I do if I didn't see how hard you were pushing.
Yeah, again with the sore winner stuff. Talk down to me all you want, I'm still gonna beat you.
Of course, that's how you interpret it.
Anyway, let's get back to training. I'm gonna really knock your socks off this time.
Are we, though? Are you, though?
Bring it on! Actually, hold on a sec.
Come on, what's the big idea? Trying to throw me off my game?
I mean, actually, no, you haven't seen the support between Felix and Leonie in Three Houses. That is the whole point sometimes.
That's not it. I was just thinking, we've been training together a lot lately. But if we're doing all the same drills at all the same intensity, then aren't we just gonna get stronger at the same rate? Nobody's closing any gaps, that's for sure.
Oh no, you be careful what you say around Caspar. That just means he's gonna go into overdrive and burn himself out.
Oh, you do have a point. Yeah, definitely have a point. But you know what? I don't care.
You don't?
What?
Nope. I mean, I don't want to run off and do some cool secret training without you. Sounds boring if you ask me. Or sorta cheating? I want to face you head on.
Well, I guess that makes sense. In your, well, as much sense as Caspar can make anyway.
Same drills or not, I'm gonna blow past you no problem. Well, you fired up now?
Fired up? Friend, I'm the flames. And trust me, you're about to get burned.
Technically that's the Ashen Demon, but we won't go there.
Only one way to find out, and I'm putting my bet down on old Caspar.
It's incredible just how focused you are, Caspar. I'm honestly kinda impressed. There aren't many people like you joining up with mercenary groups, I'll tell you that much.
Oh yeah? I'd have no idea myself. But hey, let's both give this our best shot. The tougher we get, the quicker we can end this war once and for all.
And at the end of the day, that's the goal here. Let's never lose sight of that.
Alrighty then. Okay, fairly straightforward conversation. Catch up with chat. Let's see. Okay, so commenting on my observation about Hubert. Alright, fair enough. She's getting self-aware. I don't know about that. She just doesn't seem to have a whole lot of self-awareness, even when there's another voice in her head. Let's see. Talking about Caspar, well, he is fair and righteous. Guess he wants the fight to be fair, which is nice. Yep, he is that kind of person. He's the second son of his house, which means he's really has to prove himself somehow in order to get anywhere in life, because he doesn't have the royal the inheritance of his house just lined up for him, so he knows he's got to work for it. And so, but he wants to be sure that he actually earns it. Why is there no music?
It seems I'm alone. Are you here, little one?
Who's little one? I didn't know you liked cats.
Aw, were you waiting for me? You're a good kitty, aren't you?
Does everybody in Three Houses like cats?
Guess who brought you some fish? Hey, easy there. No need to wolf it down.
And this is where Linhart walks in?
Oh, you want more? Well, just stay put while I...
And there's Linhart.
Edelgard? Oh, fascinating. I never imagined I'd run into you in a place like this.
Linhart, this is a surprise. What are you even doing here?
What are you doing here?
I was having a nap over there. Such is the price for pulling so many all-nighters, though I pay it gladly.
Wait, you actually do all-nighters? Is that why you're always tired? explains so much.
Over there, as in, right over there? Immediately so? Does that mean you saw...
Well, a cat. Does it live here?
How should I know? I've certainly never seen it before this very moment.
You are bad at lying.
Really? Because it seems quite used to you.
Yes, it... Oh, come out with it already. If you have something to say, just speak and stop this interminable dance.
Well, who said that he'd have anything negative to say? It's not that embarrassing. It's a cat. What's the problem here?
No. In fact, I like cats as well. Especially ones that live near people.
You, a cat person. I never thought I'd hear you say that.
It seems like everybody's a cat person in this world.
Why not? I find them charming. You have to admire the way they draw people in with their cuteness, only to be waited on hand and foot.
Oh, of course, that's what you'd latch on to.
Linhart, people don't take care of cats just because they're cute.
Yes we do.
Cats rid us of rodents and other vermin. They are fine pets who bring much solace to their owners.
Some of them. We keep them around because they're cute.
As I see it, people and cats have a good relationship because we do things for each other.
Well, I wonder how the cats see it. Because it appears to me that they're just doing things their way and don't really care about anyone else. Now there's a charmed existence. Live as selfishly as you like and have people lavish you with praise and affection for it.
That's not inaccurate, though.
Not to mention they'll never run out of food.
Which just shows how much people value them. What does it matter if they're being selfish?
It matters a lot to some people.
To be honest, I'm surprised you have an opinion about cats at all.
Also, this is the most dramatic music for talking about cats, I just realized. It was playful at first, but now it's kind of overdramatic.
Have you owned one previously? Because I could use your advice if so.
Please, do I look like the sort of person to take on that kind of responsibility?
You do not, hence my surprise.
Okay, that's the... Okay, now I understand.
Wait, now I get it. I was wondering why you were being so cross with me. You're thinking about keeping this cat. But the implication that cats and I both want to lead the same easy life spoils the idea for you.
Wait, is that a small laugh I hear in your voice?
What? I mean... Yes, that's it. You've caught me.
Actually, wait, that's... I can already envision the voice actor in the booth for Linhart, because you can tell in someone's voice when they're smiling or frowning, if you know what to listen to. So, yeah, Linhart's actor is definitely playing it up.
Linhart, listen. If you aspire to be a pet, that is your decision and yours alone. However, if you expect people to bend over backward for you, the least you can do is work for it. The problem with you is that you always...
Please, Your Majesty, let's not do this now. Look, the kitty cat wants you to snuggle wuggle.
What the That was not at all what I expected, and I am grateful for it. Okay, I needed that this morning. Bro, I'm scared of you, but he seems condescending, and Linhart seems like he likes studying. Well, Linhart likes studying what he's interested in. You try and get him to talk about something that he's not interested in, well, it's like talking to a brick wall. Let's see. Edelgard seems like she wants to look strong, but she has that soft spot. Yeah, that's probably pretty accurate. The reason for the music is that the cat has seen things and is observing the humans to tell their dad. Oh god. Yes, we heard the same thing, chat. Why did Linhart say that? Because he can. Oh yeah, there's that conversation with Happy too. That should be an interesting one. I'll need to check.
When it comes to precedent, that is the situation. Yes, I see.
Burning the midnight oil, are we? Such zeal.
Ah, Hubert. What are you doing here at this hour?
What are you doing here at this hour?
Up to your usual intrigues behind Edelgard's back?
I would thank you not to make such blind and rude assumptions when you lack any basis for them.
Have you seen yourself?
Well, yes. I suppose I was making assumptions. You have my apologies.
You seem rather dour. Is this another instance where you're worried about your father again?
Not at all. I am, in truth, up to my usual intrigues. So your amends are quite unnecessary.
Oh, all right then. Hold a moment. You were?
In any event, what are you reading with such vigorous intent?
Listen to me, Hubert.
A book of past judicial precedent, is it? Ah, and specifically concerning the prosecution of nobles.
Good thing I hit this conversation before we hit a point that I think is coming. I'll speak more on it later.
Yes. I have a mind to settle matters with my father. The letter of the law considers rebellion a capital crime. But practically speaking, that is not the case. Members of the nobility are especially likely to be granted clemency. And all the more so in recent years.
Yes. They expiate their guilt by surrendering peerage, providing assets and information, and leaning on the strength of their past meritorious deeds. In short, the nobility make full use of every excuse available to hold tight to their miserable lives.
Of course you have to frame it like that.
One could pluck off their arms and legs and leave them to fester in the dankest of prisons, and they would still come wriggling back to the surface.
I feel like that's foreshadowing.
So long as they are permitted to live, that is.
Like with the former Marquis Vestra?
That one did not serve his emperor properly, and acted in a manner easily construed as treasonous.
Oh yeah, oh man, that is a... Yeah, that was a dark aspect that they basically glance over in this game and Three Houses, isn't it? God. Wow, Ferdinand's gonna have all sorts to say to you about that.
This is incontrovertible fact.
Go on.
Sadly, he resisted arrest and lost his life in the unfortunate incident that ensued.
Why do I get the feeling that that unfortunate incident was intentional?
His guilt, or innocence, on the matter of treason will remain forever shrouded in mystery.
That sounds like a careful bit of sophistry to me. It appears to anyone with half a mind that you thought him guilty and had him executed. As a noble, he should have been judged in public, as is right and proper, no?
So long as they are permitted to live, the noble creature struggles desperately to continue doing so.
That's every creature, though, to be fair.
Such is ever their nature.
Which is precisely why I am investigating precedent. In order to block any means by which my father could escape justice, I will not allow him to stage a comeback. I will see my father properly judged for his crimes.
But could you, if matters came to that? I wonder.
Oh, there's so much foreshadowing here. Oh no, is that gonna... Wait a minute, there was a scene in one of the trailers where Hubert is looking menacing with magic in his hand. And Ferdinand's... well, behind Ferdinand. Oh no. Oh no.
It is not a question of can or cannot. The man will be dealt with. And by my hand, I could never forgive myself otherwise. Not as the inheritor of the title of Duke Eyre, nor as the one to succeed him as Prime Minister.
It is for Her Majesty to decide such things. However, if it proves to be in Her Majesty's interest, I suspect this resolve of yours will be most welcome.
Oh boy, it's a good thing I tackled that one. Unfortunately, there's a lot of conversations I'll need to tackle for... Actually, not too many left. I just have to hit Dorothea, actually. Huh. Then again, I have been putting in the work off stream. Well, Ferdinand and Shez, but Shez should be easy enough to deal with next round. Let's see. Prosecution of Nobles, eh? Pretty much. Let's see. Has anyone seen Hubert's Other Eye? It shows up in the... well, it shows up in the prologue phase, which is a few years before the point we're at. Let's see. Yeah, I'm getting the feeling that something's gonna happen too. Can you think it might be staged about the crimes? That is probably what would happen, although there was a different support conversation, I think with Ferdinand and Edelgard, where Ferdinand was able to definitively prove that Ferdinand's father was up to no good when it comes to how he was treating his people, so there is absolutely reason for Ferdinand to say, okay, this is legit, I know this is legit, something needs to be done. Hubert says Her Majesty's interest, it seems like he'll do some mind control shenanigans. Thankfully that doesn't exist in this game to my mind. There's just body snatching instead.
Ah, happy. How are you finding your time in the Imperial Army?
Pretty normal, I guess. It's nice to be around a lot of people I don't know.
Excellent. For if you were dissatisfied, it could lead to an accident. and I would find that most vexing.
Oh, I have my dissatisfactions. Like the way you're talking to me right now, for starters. But if I sighed over every little thing that bothered me, I'd be dead before I took another breath.
Yes, quite true. By the by, have you considered my proposition? Though I am loath to discuss it, I am a firm believer in using every resource to its utmost.
What, were you asking for Happy to use her curse?
I don't know. It feels pretty unethical. Even if it is technically something we can do. And did you spare a single thought for how I might feel being used like that?
I actually made the proposal based on my estimation of your feelings. I imagine you would enjoy sighing for a greater cause, seeing as you are never able to unleash them freely.
And why exactly would I want to sigh, huh?
Why wouldn't you?
As I am not you, I have no answer to that question. I simply thought it might be unpleasant, being the only one prohibited from performing an action others do as a matter of course, that is.
Right. Well, no, it isn't.
Okay, you're just putting up a wall.
And if you're really approaching this thing without considering my feelings, you're so far off the mark, I don't know what to tell you.
My, I just thought the woman would enjoy breathing a literal sigh of relief.
That isn't a sigh of relief, though. You're trying to weaponize it.
And to do so in a way where our forces make use of the monster she summons, where is the harm?
You can't necessarily predict which monster gets summoned, though.
Alas, I suspect I am in for another mocking at the hands of Her Majesty for how often people mistake me for a heartless cad.
Are they wrong, though? Are they wrong, though?
Again? Ugh.
Wait, we're not done?
Happy. Now that you are calmer, I thought perhaps we might share some tea and treats.
What did you put in them?
But if you're not interested, I am content to deal with them myself.
What did you put in them?
You really want me to buy into this plan of yours, huh?
Yeah, Happy seeing right through it. You don't know how to do genuine.
I told you, the answer's no. Now stay away from me.
I assure you, I have no such ulterior motive here.
He lied as easily as he breathed.
Liar.
Yes. Well, I can see any further conversation will be fruitless. In that case, I bid you good day. Had I known this would all be for me, I would have made coffee instead of tea.
Huh? What's coffee?
Oh no, is that how you bait her in? Oh no, oh no.
It does not concern you. Pray forgive my intrusion.
Oh, you sneaky bastard!
Yeesh. Just being near that guy makes me want to sigh.
That's what he wants. That's what he wants, you fool. Let's see. Oh god, the body snatching's even worse? Oh, you don't know the half of it. And why does Hubert talk like that? Because he can. What's the monster gonna do once Happy summons it? I don't know, apparently go on a rampage? Although there was a version of this timeline where they used literal beasts in their army, but that's beside the point. And that's not technically them controlling it, but either way. Let's see what other nonsense awaits. What do you two have to talk about?
Yes, that looks right.
Why, hello, Linhart. It is not often I find you drawing outside.
I'm not drawing. I'm simply trying to capture this wyvern's form.
Same difference.
See? It's resting on that hill over there.
Ah, an extraordinary sight indeed. Now then, let us see what you have done so far. I must say, it feels as though something is lacking in your work. How can I describe it? Your depiction is almost too accurate.
Well, he described it as trying to get the form. You described.
Doing it for my research.
What interest do you have in wyverns?
And when conducting research, it's always best to have precise references. The same is true in dealing with numbers or gathering information.
I see. So you value accuracy above all else.
Right. Honestly, I've never quite understood art anyway. So I'm perfectly content leaving that sort of thing to the true creatives. You know, the quirky ones. People like Bernadetta.
That's an accurate way to put it.
Even so, there may come a day when your work is seen as the craft of a master artisan,
when such precision is lauded as the height of aesthetic genius.
What makes you say that?
Oh, merely a passing thought. Perhaps in the distant future, connoisseurs will value accuracy and attention to detail over the magnificent interpretive pieces we hold dear today.
Do you really think that'll happen, though? I doubt people will ever stop appreciating the ancient classics.
Well, that doesn't necessarily mean that... Well, that doesn't necessarily mean they can't both exist.
You certainly have always done so.
Yes, there is no denying that. But I fear my own personal inclinations hold little sway over public opinion. Nobody knows what trends may arise in the decades and centuries to come. So I can indeed envision a future in which accurate depictions are praised just the same as the greats of old. And I encourage you to do the same, my friend.
I don't get it. How are you so optimistic all the time? It's like you're constantly looking toward the future.
Because he is.
I could say quite the same about you. I have always believed you to be rather forward-thinking.
That's not optimism, though. All I'm thinking forward to is the time when I can just sleep the days away. That's why I'm forcing myself to be as active as I can now.
Regrettably, those halcyon days of slumber are still but a distant dream. I have much work for you, both now and further down the road.
No pressure.
To begin with, might I ask you to paint my portrait?
Oh dear, here we go.
For the last time, I'm a researcher, not an artist. Are you sure you want such a faithful depiction?
That is exactly what I want. How else would my yet unborn descendants know the true visage of the great Ferdinand von Ayer?
He said the thing.
Indeed. I would be proud to submit myself as a subject of your research.
You fool.
Consider it a study in the personification of nobility itself.
You fool.
Don't get ahead of yourself. I'm fine drawing you, but I don't have the slightest modicum of interest in actually researching you. Though, I do sometimes wonder where you get all that unabashed confidence from.
It's called being Ferdinand von Ayer. Alright, that was a nice little conversation. Yes, we use wyverns in this army. It's actually been a long-standing thing. Actually, is anyone in here spec'd for wyvern yet? Actually, I could make... Actually, here's the proof of it. I can go make Edelgard put Edelgard on a wyvern right the hell now. Actually, that wouldn't necessarily be the worst... Actually, that wouldn't necessarily be the worst idea. I don't know how... It would certainly be more fun to play than Great Knight right now. Then again, having an armored... They're expecting me to have an armored unit. Of some sort. Is there anyone else I could put on one? Actually... Oh wait, Kaspar's on one right now. Okay, we've got that covered. Right, because he went the Wyvern Lord route. Okay, we've got Caspar on a Wyvern. We're good. So Edelgard can stay on a horse. And there were a couple of points earlier where the game expected me to have an armored unit, so having Edelgard still as an armored unit should help. Worst case scenario, I can inflict Shez on it.
Well, Bernie, you were nothing but trouble for everybody, yet again.
You're over-exaggerating. Wait, is it possible to play Caspar? Yeah, pretty much everybody in that list is playable.
There you are. I was worried when you failed to appear at mealtime.
I'm fine. All quiet here.
Please do not tell me your hunger was so great that you resorted to eating those plants there. You should be careful. I have heard there is some rather poisonous flora in this area.
Hey, I'm not going to eat poison. What kind of dummy do you think I am?
One that apparently chooses hunger over embarrassment?
I know exactly which plants are safe and which ones aren't.
It is strange to see you this confident on a topic. But if you are so certain, I think I should give your eye a test. Just to be safe, you understand.
We're doing what now?
Here we go.
Ah, I know. What say we have a little game to see who can collect the most edible plants?
What?
And as an army can never have too much food, this will serve to benefit the others. What a splendid idea.
Where did you get this idea from?
Oh, why me?
You chose to run off without going to the dining hall. Ferdinand von Ayer's gonna get worried.
Okay, so this one would cause stomach aches, and that one would be really bitter. I think? Oh, I don't know. I've only ever seen it in books. But hey, I'm sure it's fine. I'll also take this one, and this one, and this one. Oh, and that one over. Wait, is that Ferdinand?
Oh no, did he stick his hand into poison ivy or something?
Such luster, such size, such a gorgeous crimson. Yes, this looks like a scrumptious leaf indeed. And there are bulbs under this tree. Rich white bulbs with the luster of a precious pearl.
They're all poison.
Bernadetta!
They're all
I
poison.
see. You were frightened by a mouse scampering by and took a bit of a tumble when you fled, yes?
But really? What, that's what you were screaming about?
Yeah, and I dropped all my beautiful plants that your donkey made me don't collect.
Never mind that now. Show me your wound, please. Ah, yes. Just a scrape. Still, we should return to base and treat it before it festers.
Yeah, I suppose. Thanks for looking at it. Wait, that leaf! The one you're carrying!
Huh?
This one? What of it? If you were hungry, we could snack on it while we walk back.
No! No! That plant has medicinal properties. It's a styptic.
Well, what luck. We can use it to treat your wound. Oh, I must say, your talent for identifying plants is no idle boast.
Yeah, I eyeballed them pretty well, huh? Now let's take a look at yours and... What?
Are you at a loss for words with the quality of the plants I gathered?
No, she's just gonna... I don't know if you really know what they are, though.
Every one of these is poisonous!
There it is.
What? But the gorgeous leaf, the robust vine.
Yeah, that's how they get you.
Death in plant form! Throw them away before we die!
Ferdinand is the one special fellow? That's what's funny, is that Ferdinand's one of the more intelligent members of this band of misfits. He just happens to be a bit, well, he just happens to be overenthusiastic and not willing to make a fool of himself. It's Birdie, she can't calm down.
Just
Calm down,
the
chat.
lady I have been looking for.
For what reason?
Are you needing something, Ferdinand?
Why, yes, I do need something.
Uh-oh.
Ravishing lady! How sharp and true the swords you hold in your hand!
Why? Why?
Wilt thou not spar with me?
Someone had way too much fun in the recording booth. Rest in peace, Billy Kometz, you freaking legend. Oh my god. You had way too much fun recording that. Oh, that one got me.
How was that? Did I do it correctly? I want to be certain I understood the Bridget way.
What?
My god.
You see, I was perusing a book on your customs the other day. It was there that I came across a description of the proper way in which to make a request of members of the Bridget royal family. Apparently, one is supposed to improvise their need in the form of a song, while performing a small jig or rondo. I find it to be a most lovely tradition.
I am not knowing of this tradition.
You do not know it? But I am correct that song and dance are very important in your homeland, yes?
Yes, that is a truth. We are often singing and dancing as tribute to the spirits.
Then it has nothing to do with the royal family?
Now I have understanding. Something has gotten lost inside of the translation. The ruler of Bridget is often asking the spirits for protection. This involves singing and dancing both. The members of the royal family are not witnessing the performance, they are doing the performance.
Also, it is for special occasions only. No one bursts into a song with suddenness. That is strange.
You've clearly never played D&D with a few weirdos. I've seen things.
Yes, I am discovering that for myself. I was convinced that Bridget must have some manner of odd custom that defies Fodlan convention.
Ferdinand, what land of silliness are you thinking I am from?
Bridget?
What? No, This is all going quite horribly. This is what I deserve for trusting that ridiculous book.
Do not be worrying. Even books of greatness may contain mistakes. I once was reading that all Fodlan nobles are born in wells. Can you be imagining?
Given some of the things I know about Fodlan's history, that wouldn't be far off.
That is a ridiculous notion.
And it was even within the title. Fodlan's Nobility, a day in the life of the wellborn.
Oh no, it's just... Oh, you're misunderstanding the language, right?
Petra, wellborn is actually a word. It means one who is born into a noble bloodline.
I am knowing that, Ferdinand. I was having a joke.
Is this some kind of twisted joke?
I am not breaking into songs and dances, but I am breaking out the dictionary when I have the need.
A joke? I must say, this is quite surprising, Petra. You are unearthing my ignorance in spades today. This is twice you have made me dine on dirt in a single conversation.
Oh, you'll get used to it.
Unearth? Spades? Dirt! Ah, I am understanding. You are having cleverness.
Well, no, that was merely a coincidence, but I am glad you enjoyed it.
Well, that was unexpected. Oh my God. Most lovely tradition, he's so posh. Yes. That's Ferdinand von Eyre in a nutshell. Holy it got me. It freaking got me. That's getting clipped. That's getting clipped. Petrus doesn't quite have a good grasp on the language. That's why she says things in a weird way like that.
Sand, rain, river? Is he writing of the weather?
Are you alright, Petra? That's quite the noise that just came flying out of your diaphragm.
Linhart, perhaps you can be helping me. This letter is giving me much difficulty.
A letter, is it? I was under the impression that you had no trouble reading the language of Fodlan.
I also had that thought, but this page is not making sense. Can you be reading it for me?
What? Oh no, I couldn't. This is a private matter. I mean, I don't even know who it's from.
But I cannot be writing back if I do not know what they are saying. Please, do this favor for me.
Oh, very well. Let me have a look. Goodness, no wonder you struggled with this. It couldn't be more archaic. Right, well, let me give this a shot. Yon world is endless sand, and I but a parched grain air upon its bosom.
Did we just start digging up Shakespeare? What is this?
Oh, beauty! Was it the western wind which brought thee hither, merciful rain? Soft, my river o'erfloweth.
Oh my God.
Petra, is this a love letter?
That is a possibility, but I do not have certainty.
Okay, you definitely should have mentioned that before I started reading this. Well, too late now, I suppose.
Indeed. I am blaming the letter. If no one can have understanding of it, the writer is a waster of paper.
Oh boy.
Well, it's not that I don't understand so much as... Look, let me just give this back to you.
You have understanding? You must be teaching me.
Oh, very well. The writer is using archaic speech to express his love for you through metaphor. So much so that I would say they have gone and spoiled the whole thing.
So he has passion? I am pleased, although I have little knowledge of the letter's writer.
Really? From what he's written here, it sounds as if he sees you every day. Also, the letter is absolutely rife with mistakes.
What kind of mistakes?
Take this passage, for example. I think he mentioned the western wind in an effort to evoke Bridget, But it's actually the southern wind that brings rain. Besides which, the merciful rain is a gift from the goddess. This paramour of yours shouldn't be tossing such sacrilegious comparisons about. And I won't even ask how a grain can be parched, let alone turn into an overflowing river.
The words have richness and color. I wish I could be reading them as well as you.
I'm surprised Linhart knows that much, given that I don't think he'd have much of an interest in such things.
Trust me, it's nothing special. Well-crafted writing has layers. This just has apostrophes.
Ouch.
So, are you planning to write him back?
This has been a most painful lesson of how little I am knowing. I must be reading many books to study the old speech of Fodlan before making my reply.
I sure hope she doesn't plan on writing him back in the same style, or they're going to end up talking right past each other.
Oh, that sounds hilarious. Please, keep going. I know who wrote that. Possibly. I doubt it was Ferdinand von Eyre. He'd just come out and say it. Let's see. Came out of the what? Diaphragm. What the hell is that? Oh, the diaphragm is it's an organ below the lungs. It helps you to regulate how much air is coming in and out of the lungs. Alright, so what do you two have to talk about?
Hey, Caspar. Oh, what's with the mountain of books?
Caspar? Mountain of Books? What?
Wait, please don't tell me you're planning to use them in your training somehow.
Actually, yeah, that is a more reasonable answer. Good call.
What kind of guy do you think I am? They're books. I'm gonna read them.
I don't believe you.
Read? A book? You? Did you eat something weird?
Good, Dorothea and I are on the same wavelength.
Come on, you sound just like Linhart. I've torn through books before. Sometimes even 2 or 3 whole chapters a day.
Okay, it wasn't a mispronunciation. It wasn't a misspelling, it was... Oh my god.
Please don't use the word torn when it comes to books. You're going to make my heart stop. And books are divided into chapters, not chappers. Oh, Caspar, promise me you won't hurt those books.
Of course, that's how you'd respond. Perfect.
You don't have to worry, Dorothea. I realized something the other day. A person who's responsible for troops can't rely on physical strength alone. You probably wouldn't guess it from how my father looks, but he's pretty good about that stuff.
Can't say I'm shocked that the Empire's Minister of Military Affairs has read the occasional book.
I don't know if you get House Hevering, well, you get Count Hevering's opinion on him, that there might be some differences.
Speaking of, you may have heard this story before, but I'm going to tell it anyway. Back during the War of the Eagle and Lion, there was an Imperial general named Francis who was quite proud of his strength. But while he was indeed strong, he was unlearned, and so everyone looked down on him.
Why do I feel like this story is gonna make me feel like an idiot?
Why did you angle the camera at the ground, or below
Just
the ground?
Listen. The Emperor at the time gave Francis an order to study, and said that if he didn't, he wouldn't be allowed to lead anyone in battle. Francis did as his Emperor ordered, and studied as though his life depended on it, growing especially talented in the area of tactics and strategy. As a result, his deeds on the battlefield were great, and he eventually rose to the rank of Minister of Military Affairs.
So I should take a page out of Francis's book, right?
So long as you don't mean literally, yes. Incidentally, the words the Emperor used to praise Francis were memorable enough to have survived even to this day.
And that's probably how you know about it as a songstress.
With the passing of 5 sunrises and 5 sunsets, even the meanest soldier may burgeon into a peerless commander. It means if you study hard for 5 days, even a common soldier can become a great general who commands an entire army.
5 days? That's nowhere near enough time. It'd take me 5 days just to read one book. You gotta at least give me until the end of the war.
But by that point, won't your chances to distinguish yourself in battle have already passed?
Oh, you're right. What am I gonna do, Dorothea?
Panic.
Well, I suppose I have no choice but to help you. Who knows? I might even learn something.
You're the best. Thank you.
Alrighty then. Is that all of them then? Yes! Alrighty. That was silly. Okay. I did not expect to laugh so hard from those conversations. Oh
Which
my
battlefield
god.
are you headed to?
Oh man. Okay. Hopefully I didn't wake up my roommate from all of that. I'm in a good mood now. This game's great. I'm glad I didn't wait until this evening.
We'll reach the Great Bridge of Murden soon. Houses Phlegethon and Gloucester are defending it, just as we anticipated. But Ladislava has done her job and broken through the enemy line for us. I intend to claim a swift victory and return her to us whole.
If possible, the members of House Gloucester are to be taken alive. As we discussed previously, killing them will jeopardize Her Majesty's ability to rule effectively.
If any enemy commanders appear open to persuasion, try to convince them to surrender.
That probably means we'll end up with Lawrence on our side.
Our goal here is not to utterly annihilate our foes. The fewer casualties, the better. That said, anyone who refuses to submit must be struck down without mercy.
I know when to catch and when to kill. I am often being faced with such decisions on the hunt.
You expect me to make that kind of decision in the heat of battle?
You just do what you always do, Bernadetta. If it's all right with you, I prefer to focus on the diplomacy part. I'm not much for bloodshed.
Then you may leave that part to me. I will happily deal with any soldiers you cannot. It should be a simple enough matter to determine which of our enemies wishes to live and which will choose the way of death.
We'd better not misjudge anyone, or else our lives will be the ones in danger.
Then we should fight first and ask questions later. When in doubt, take them out. Am I right?
You're gonna get smacked for that.
We can sweat the small stuff when the battle's over. Until then, I'll do what I do best.
Getting pulled back by Linhart, yes.
I believe we should all do what we do best. If we do, I feel confident we will emerge on top when the dust settles.
Victory is the most important thing, so leave the vanguard to me.
Then, if everyone is prepared, let us show them the might of the Empire.
No pressure. Okay, same Great Bridge of Murden and bit. Alright, so we've got Lawrence and Count Gloucester that we need to do. Wait, Balthus is... Holy crap, that's a lot of people I can recruit. I expected Lawrence, I didn't expect Ignatz and Balthus as well. Okay, so who do I need to bring along for the sake of that?
Headlong into the fray!
Understood.
Alright, so these are the two that I need to bring along. Let's see, I don't need to worry about Ferdinand von Eyre then, at least on the main front. Let's see, I should have Edelgard ready to go. Ash I can swap out for somebody. Let's see, we've got Lance, Axe, and Sword handled. So what are we up against? So, we've got, actually wait, looking at what we need to deal with. Who's good against? Actually, wait, Constance I can bring up to the front, given what she's got out for battalions. Let's see, I just need to give you something, I guess, to help deal with gauntlets, I think? Actually, yeah. Yeah, we'll keep that the way it is. And then, actually, let's give you something to deal with gauntlets. So I think I need magic for that? No, I need... Oh, okay, so I need to grab one of the archer battalions. That should work. Alright, I don't need to worry about... Let's see, let's go ahead and swap Ferdinand out for somebody. Linhart maybe?
I'm going to doze off. I just know it.
Alright, so then we probably don't need 3 mages. Well, we don't need 4 mages in place, so I guess we'll throw Petra in just for fun. Actually, no, Bernie.
You don't expect me to go out there and fight, do you?
I guess we'll just have...
For my land of home.
I guess we'll just have Petra in there for fun. You can give Petra a battalion that lets her go after archers. Steel Ashes Garrison. Battalion, whatever you want to call it. Alright, I think we're good. Wait, this game is 2-player? Yes! You can... Yes, there is local co-op. Sadly, it's only split-screen co-op, so you can't do anything online, but... Alright, so now that I'm at this point, I can give everybody the good stuff. Oh right, you're able to dip into these. Right. Go steal this from Linhart. You don't have the required crest, but... So you can't take super big, huge advantage of it, but still. Alright, we get anything new? That's... No, not yet. Okay. I think we're pretty much ready to go. Actually, what weapon does Petra have right now? I guess that is the best as far as might is concerned. Alright, I think we're pretty much ready to dive in. Actually, do I want to swap Hubert and Bernie? Real quick. Yeah, let's swap Hubert and Bernie. That should be fine. Alright, let's give them hell.
They certainly aren't.
Oh, if I must.
Starting the mission. You might make a boring fight more enjoyable.
Right then. Let us go to work. Shall we join hands in battle? Right then.
Actually,
Let us go to work.
Oh, if I must.
This should be easy.
Begin.
This should work.
Around with these defenses. Count Gloucester must be located on the far bank. Ladislava is holding the central checkpoint. We'll mount our attack from there.
The checkpoint is our key to taking the Great Bridge. Without it, we have not even a slim hope of victory.
Alright, let's go get him.
Not a problem.
Here I go. No, they must learn who they're up against.
Just do as I planned. I shall take it from here. It's Bernie's time to shine. Sure hope this goes.
Not a problem.
Alright, let's start giving them
I
hell.
will not let her down.
They have her surrounded. Time for a rescue.
If we rush in heedlessly, we'll be trapped along with her. We must secure the route as we go.
Okay, that went way too well.
Stand aside. Never hurts to have a safe place to retreat to.
Ah, crap, out of range.
Here I go.
Alright, now that that's opened up, go after that gatekeeper.
Take a breather.
It takes a trickster to recognize it. And the enemy is being suspiciously quiet in the west. As urgent as it is to retake the checkpoint, I believe the west should be dealt with.
Not a problem.
Alright, Shez will have the best chance of dealing with that.
Take over.
Here I go. This will take but a moment with me here.
Oh, that's what Sagittae looks like in this version. Cool. The music is fire? Yes, it is!
Look to the west. I'm thinking there is something happening.
Tremble before me.
This stronghold will fall.
Okay, so I have to get a direct hit with that one in order for it to be useful, but that's okay. Alright, rip and tear. Kabam.
Are you sure?
Take a breather.
We're almost to the checkpoint. Keep going.
Alright, let's make sure that, let's see, if there are brawlers in play, Bernie stands the best chance. Well, assign her to go after that and make it a little easier. Ah, hell, Balthus is in play.
Not so fast. If you want through, you've got to open those purses and pay the toll.
Of course you'd fixate on pain.
Of all the irritating places to lay an ambush.
Thank you, Petra. You're awesome.
Not a problem. Not a problem.
Perhaps offering a reward will allow us to avoid a fight.
And it looks like Ignatz is also in play. Great.
Fire! Rain arrows down on their central forces!
And now we've got Ballista to deal with. Good thing I've got Shez ready to go.
I expected such a trap. We should have sent soldiers west to deal with it.
Not a problem.
Wait, I did take care of it. What, should I have done that before?
Fine choice. Are you sure?
Huh.
I'm not afraid of you.
Looks like you'll be my first real challenge in ages. Now let's dance.
It was a brilliant salvo. Our enemy clearly possesses a gifted officer among their ranks. Gifted? Wait, are you talking about me?
Fine choice.
Wait, how did...
I chose to be here, and I'm going to fight the Empire to the end.
Here's the important question.
I got no interest in dying.
Ooh, if that's the case. Wait, how did Constance just take a bunch of damage?
Watch my back.
Alright, good. Balthus got caught up in that.
No worries. We've got this. Bernie prevails. Arrows are raining down on Ladislava. We have to stop them at the source.
Oh wait, Ladislava's a wyvern rider too, so arrows are gonna hurt like hell. Also, what is Constance fighting that she's taking that much damage?
Just do as I planned.
Oh, that's why. Don't go fight that. Go fight somebody else. I'll send Edelgard to deal with that creep.
No mistake. Then just surrender. Besides, you're a clever man. You know the Empire won't let someone as strong as you rock the side.
I guess you got a point.
Actually, I should have had Constance run up to see if she had anything interesting to say. I can always check on that later.
I'll never be able to face the others again.
Crap, that was out of range. Maybe it wasn't, actually. Sorry, Ignatz. Alright, that should be enough to take him out.
How do you know unless you keep living? I mean, things like this tend to have a way of working themselves out, you know?
Alright, how are we looking over there? Okay, so we've got brawlers in play.
It's Bernie's time to shine.
Go get him.
I guess so, but... Alright. I surrender.
This game is deathly afraid of killing any of the playable characters, aren't they?
Let us proceed.
Alright, now we can get to Ladislava.
My thanks. Mind taking it from here?
How are we looking? Huh, doing quite well. 20 minutes. Alright, let's give him hell. Alright, set the freezing field. Good. There we go. One down. Two down. Excellent.
It's Bernie's time to shine. Sure hope this goes okay.
Not a problem.
Alright, can I send you up ahead anywhere? Nah, not really. Guess I can send you after more of the brawlers.
Rest, Ladislava. This is a great achievement.
You honor me, Your Majesty. May victory be yours this day.
Let's go ahead and crack this one open. Oh, someone really wanted Balthus to join us. Yeah, Balthus is a lot of fun.
No worries.
He's great.
Bernie prevails.
Now we can fight on even footing. Very well.
Wait, why are they effective? Why are they super effective against Bernie? What, do they have something that's good against cavalry?
At the other end of this bridge, and you lot are not welcome.
You're not actually just turning tail immediately? What is this?
It's Bernie's time to You need some backup?
What do you have that's effective against cavalry. Well, if that's the case, I probably can't afford to send Edelgard in that direction either. Not that I'd want to. Yeah, okay. No sending Edelgard. Constance might be able to hold her own, but I'd be better off just sending...
Standards. Let us do them a favor and introduce him to an early grave.
Agreed.
Listen up, rogues. You will defend the supplies we stole from the Empire to the death. I can already smell the coin they'll fetch me.
Of course, that's what you focus on.
They have our supplies. Must smite them before they...
Let's see, I can probably send Constance after... Oh, Constance just wrapped up taking out that archer.
Do as I planned.
Go get him.
can make their escape.
This is my safe space, and they can't have it.
Alright, that one's down.
Stealing is a thing of great evil. You will be returning what you took. The spirits are with us.
Alright, this probably won't take Acheron out completely, but this should knock him pretty low. Wait, did it actually take him out? It did!
I should have switched sides, but I had the chance.
Nah, we wouldn't have let you anyway.
Not a problem. I'll take over.
Here I go! Ready, are you?
Lord Acheron is done for. Grab the goods and head for the hills. I'm all right.
Oh, crap, I was supposed to do that well, shit. Well, I can always replay the battle later. Okay, note to self, stop getting ahead of myself. Tip. Well, crap. And there's technical issues, of course. Oh, I think I know what's causing this. Alright, I think we're good. Sorry about that, I needed to fix something. For whatever reason... For whatever reason, my VPN plays havoc with...
That makes us the Alliance's last defense.
There must be a way to resolve this matter without further bloodshed, Father.
Probably not, unfortunately. Wait, why is there still 20 minutes on this?
Is to find Count Gloucester. He was on our side once. He'll surrender.
There is no telling where the enemy might be lurking. We have no choice but to seize control of the entire breach.
If we had some sort of makeshift bridge, we could reach Count Gloucester without relying on our flying units.
Alright, where to send everybody? Alright, Edelgard isn't doing much good by going after that.
They must learn who they're up against.
See, Bernie should do okay against
Sure hope this goes okay.
someone with gauntlets.
What about the supplies we recovered? We can use those to construct a bridge.
There we go.
I'm bringing it down.
Let's link up. The spirits are with us. I'm gonna follow your lead.
No, not the technical issues. Worst thing to happen during combat. Luckily for me, I've seen this issue before, so it's a problem I can deal with.
Too easy.
Alright, Dark Spikes!
Everybody's really proud of you.
Alright, you may not be super effective against lances. Basically neutral effectiveness with the battalion I put on you. But, in spite of that, you do have one of the best anti-cavalry spells in the game. So you should be able to just run roughshod over them. Especially now that I've had a chance to over-prepare. Alright, so there's Lawrence. Got Edelgard working on that. Actually, I'll probably need Edelgard's help to deal with Count Gloucester, so let's take direct control of you and make sure that we're good there.
Those are Gloucester lands you see beyond me, and I will not suffer one heel of your boots to sully them.
Alrighty.
This stronghold will fall!
There we go. Step in just long enough to cause some havoc. I'm surprised they're giving us 20 minutes to get this done. How long are they expecting it to take to defeat Count Gloucester? What, is there going to be some kind of ambush somewhere along the way?
Our foothold is secure. Now we need only capture the enemy commander.
Ah crap, you've got greater effectiveness against swordsmen.
I am Irvin Fitz Gloucester, guardian and governor of these lands and peoples.
Bringing it down.
No, you're not allowed to do anything to me, Lawrence. Not today. Thank you, Petra. Better actually... No, you're a cavalry unit. You might have Knight Dealer. Actually, wait, that... I just realized that logic could apply to Edelgard as well. Okay, let's not be quite so close yet.
I'm gonna follow your lead. I've got you now.
There we go.
Watch this.
Actually, you can keep going on this guy. Shez almost has this. One more Dark Spike should do it. Nice. Okay, we've got the kill enemies defeated count.
Take over.
More wounded than I realized.
Enough. Stand down. Count Gloucester will soon be in our custody. Further resistance can serve no
Ow,
purpose.
that hurt.
So be it. I am no use to my people if I die here.
Lawrence, no! You monsters, how dare you hurt my son!
I didn't just get you. Oh crap, I just got you angry. Oh no.
Gloucester will not concede so easily now that we have damaged his precious heir.
Oh geez, that's a great knight. You did all that damage too. Holy crap. Eh, well.
I know what to do.
I have anger. We have the Death Knight.
Out of my way.
Is this the end on you?
No, it ain't the end. Down you go.
I can fight no more, Your Majesty. All of House Gloucester bows to your will.
Victory is ours. But this is merely the first step of our rescue.
Right you are. We need to relieve our allies who are embattled on Alliance lands.
Huh.
We won, but this is no time to rest easy. There's a lot more work still to be done.
Agreed. We will leave some troops here with the wounded to hold our position. Then take the reconsolidated force north without delay. Sadly, there can be no victory celebration until we have extricated Count Burgleys and the others.
Based on our projections, they will run out of provisions at any moment. We can also assume they know we have made it to Gloucester, meaning they will be waiting for us. But each hour they wait is another hour their stomachs remain empty.
If we peel away House Gloucester's troops, we can create an opening in the enemy ranks. Once that's done, we'll bring an end to Claude's shady scheme.
Alrighty then. So we've got a path forward, even if I was utterly trash at the side missions this time around.
Yeah, not bad.
Was any of this worth it?
Ow, that's a terrible level up.
Inconsequential.
I won't let myself stop here.
As per usual, Shez is taking MVP. Oh, nice. Oh, even better. And now we've got a bunch of people on our... well, in our charge. All of them carrying everything over from when I fought with them as the Golden Deer.
Interesting. It seems the Empire may not want our heads on pikes after all.
That is good news. I was concerned they might be so upset as to seek your execution. But based on their posturing, it seems those fears were groundless.
Well, I am an effective lord, if I do say so myself. They must realize taking my life would make it difficult to keep order on my lands.
Few lords anywhere in Fodlan are as loved and respected by their people as you, Father.
Perhaps. But if so, that only makes my misjudgment all the more grave. I never should have let that man cajole me into starting such a needless fight.
You say that now because we lost. But would your appraisal not be different in the face of victory? The people would have idolized you for ushering House Gloucester toward even greater prosperity.
Questions of what if matter little after you lose a battle, and even less after you have misled your people. The time to judge the right and wrong of things is before, not after. It is for this reason that I have decided to yield command of our house to you. I only pray you might walk us back from the terrible misstep I have made.
Huh. Rather respectable, honestly.
Besides which, the Empire still views me as a traitor. If I fail to step down now, I will spend the rest of my days wondering when the axe might fall.
I understand, Father. With all that has happened, it is hard not to see the wisdom in your decision. I will find a way to build a newer, stronger House Gloucester alongside the Empire. And just as it did before, our house will shine brighter than any in Leicester.
Alrighty then.
Your Majesty, Gloucester has yielded his lands and titles to his firstborn son, Lawrence. This new Count Gloucester has expressed a desire to join the Empire. No doubt, he wishes to make his loyalty plain by taking a clear stand against House Regan.
Well, I see no reason to reject his offer. See that his soldiers are properly integrated.
As you wish, Your Majesty.
Sometimes I have no idea what goes through your noble heads. How can you possibly trust a house that just plunged a knife into your back? If a merc pulled a stunt like that, they'd either be cast aside or cut down where they stood.
I believe it, and I'd like to do the same. But not just anyone can hold Gloucester territory together, and I have no one else to take Lawrence's place.
Oh, right. I forgot that only mercs are replaceable.
Ouch.
I did not think your feelings would be so easily hurt. Regardless, that's just the way of things in Fodlan. But as I've told you, I intend to change this. The age of deciding our rulers by blood must end. A day will come when anyone can vie for the right to rule, and then we will be free of this wretched system. So stand with me. Help me make it so.
Ah, there's the spin. Well, good recovery, I guess. At the beginning, can you choose which house you can be in? Yes!
Scarlet Blaze. The triumph of valor. To rescue Count Burgleys, Edelgard seizes the Great Bridge of Myrden, forcing Count Gloucester's surrender. With no time to lose, she then presses on, unbowed. But Claude is not one to be caught off guard. He rallies every resource at his disposal, determined to tighten the noose around Burgleys' forces and prevent any rescue.
And he's got Lord Holst at his beck and call too, which is going to make things hell in a handbasket for us.
So we've lost Gloucester. Unavoidable, perhaps, but it still stings all the same. Fortunately, I haven't been sitting on my hands this whole time. If we smash the Imperial reinforcements and stop them from breaking the siege, Count Burgleys will have no choice but to give up. We're going to face that challenge, and we're going to face it with the Alliance's latest and greatest, which is why I've asked all of you here.
Oh no, is Geralt in their ranks? Oh no, please tell me no.
Did you really just say latest and greatest with a straight face?
Of course.
Oh, he said it all right. And while I can't swear we'll have that, we do at least have numbers on our side.
Yep. More than half of the old Golden Deer house is here.
Some of us may not be quite as great as you say, but, well, you know best.
I'm grateful to each of you for answering the call. It's more than I can say for some of our classmates.
Yeah. Ignatz and Lawrence both sided with the enemy.
Well, it's either that or death, so,
About that, it pains me to say this, but House Ardelia has made its allegiance to the Empire clear. It was against my parents' protests that I came here in the first place. If this battle doesn't unfold the way you're hoping, I may be forced to leave as quickly as I arrived.
That's okay, Lysithia. You're not the only one who's here with strings attached.
Yes. My adoptive father has also insisted I return home at once, should the tides turn against us.
I wonder how things will play out then for the battle itself.
Sounds about right. 3 cheers for that good old Alliance solidarity.
Actually, that would be a good impetus for you to take on the Monarch role in this timeline as well. Huh, curious.
I'll fight with you to the end, Claude! Unless it puts Maya in danger. Then I'm out.
Bruh.
Look, what matters is that you're all here, and that we settle this war with the next battle. Also, for full disclosure, I may have sort of brought along some extra professional muscle. Come on in.
Gerald's mercenaries? Yes.
It's good to meet you. I'm the acting captain of Gerald's mercenaries.
Wait, where's Gerald?
Our guest here is fresh off another battle with the Empire on Kingdom soil. From what I gather, remaining in the Kingdom was no longer an option. And that's when our paths crossed here in Alliance territory.
What, did Gerald want... Oh, wait a minute. If Gerald's not here, then does that mean that Rhea found out about him? If that's the case, then that would be why Violet's here alone. Because otherwise you'd expect... Because you'd expect that if Gerald couldn't send someone, he'd send Alois instead, not Byleth. Oh crap, so Alois and Gerald got waylaid, didn't they?
Oh, hello! I know reliable when I see it, and you are definitely that.
I thought it was someone else who was supposed to be the thirsty one. What are you doing?
I'll do whatever you ask as long as I'm getting paid. So long as we're allied, I won't fail you.
All right, let's begin our council. As you've no doubt heard from our scouts, the path from here to Deirdre will be fraught with difficulties.
The Alliance has constructed fortresses and palisades, and laid other traps to slow our progress. In addition, they are plotting ambushes at key positions along the way. Needless to say, we will not be able to avail ourselves of the direct route.
But if we try to dance around all their traps, we'll never make it in time.
Yes, but this is Count Bergley's we're talking about. He could probably stretch his soldiers a few extra days through sheer force of will.
I would normally write off such an idea as lunacy, but sadly, it will likely come to that.
Yeah, just maybe. This is Claude we're dealing with.
We have made attempts to smuggle provisions to Count Bergley's through holes in the enemy lines, but this has met with little success.
They must be so hungry. I know just how that feels. The struggle to get food when all you want to do is hide under your covers.
Really?
Old friend.
Why are you like this?
I mean, no offense, but if time is truly so short, why do we waste it dithering in council? We should embark on our rescue mission straight away!
Yeah, what are we waiting for? We're their only hope!
I agree. Less talking, more saving.
Calm down, all of you. Such rash action is exactly what Claude is counting on.
So we must take the safe route, but do so as quickly as possible. A best of both worlds situation, I suppose. Understood.
Good. With that decided, let's move on and discuss our preferred formation.
Alrighty then. We'll see how it plays out. Wow, that's taking us almost all the way to Deirdre. Count Bergley's didn't get to go far, did they? Not after matters went south. Whew, that's rough, buddy. That is rough.
This is true.
She wants to change the world, does she? How amusing. And what do you think of this idea of hers?
Let's see.
I honestly don't know what I think. I have no idea if it's the right thing to do.
I suppose.
An understandable response. But there may come a time when you have to draw a line in the sand and take an actual stance for yourself. We'll see if that time arises. Or if it'll be forced on us somehow.
How's it going?
You the commander I've heard about? The one lifted up from the common folk and given authority? Some folks say you aren't even from the Empire. Regardless, you being here is good news for me. Means a rough and tumble lady like myself might actually end up with a promotion someday. Maybe so. Oh boy, you're not gonna be happy, are you? Actually, yeah, you would be with Count Gloucester, wouldn't you? Because you got positioned as a knight there. Gotta say, having you House Gloucester types back on our side again is pretty reassuring.
Please?
It's an honor to hear that. I look forward to fighting at your side. I don't know if that's necessarily true, but I suppose we'll see.
On to a different topic.
This has nothing to do whatsoever with me, but I was incredibly relieved that House Gloucester did not meet with ruin.
That reminds me.
This has something to do with your house? Please don't shout it aloud for the world to hear. Though, yes, you have seen to the core of me. Still, I feel certain that my house will see its own revival one day. Oh boy. I suppose time will tell, won't it? Oh boy. Oh dear, so terribly sorry. Just checking the condition of my throat is all. You have a beautiful voice, Manuela. Well, I'm delighted to hear you say that. Oh boy.
Got a sec?
Hey, I'm from Abyss, the place under Garreg Mach. Basically, I crawled out of the same hole as Happy and Constance. I'm here because the Imperial Army's recruiting bodies, but the pay's good and the rations are plentiful, so you won't hear me complain. And they're recruiting from everywhere then, huh? Not terribly surprising, I suppose.
Well...
Sometimes I wonder if this writing war is merely some grand opera that takes place on the stage of Fodlan. It's a dramatic portrayal of life and death where everyone's hopes and dreams come crashing into one another. It's almost like we're part of someone else's script.
Let's see.
That kind of thing is a little above my pay grade, but I know plenty of people who claim every possible outcome is predetermined for us by the goddess.
Oh.
Well, if she's our scriptwriter, I sure hope we're serving as her protagonists. Okay, that's a little too self-aware, game.
Good day to you.
I am a knight of House Gloucester. Lord Lawrence ordered me to come here and join your ranks. The previous Count Erwin has long desired to stand above the ruling House Regan. Though we now serve the Empire, it seems we are fated to share a relationship with their house. Alrighty then. Actually, while I'm here, I may as well grab a couple things.
You've got an eye for quality, friend.
That should
I'll
suffice.
see you again soon.
Talk to me. Listen up.
I think this might be my first time going into Alliance territory. It's fun to discover new things. Like, did you know there might be some trees that only grow here?
Huh?
You like trees? Sure do. Or, to be more specific, I like the berries that fall off of them. Or anything else that tastes good. Of course, that's what you fixate on. What are those things on the top of the screen? You will see before too long. I'm just seeing the story stuff before I get too far with anything else. Greetings, Commander! Nothing to report! Count Burgley's forces are right in front of us, but our march is going to still take a while longer. It's driving me up the wall. Sure wish there was something I could do. Well, guess I'll just hunker down and keep on keeping on. No enemies are getting in here, I swear it. Alrighty then, here's open for the best. I am sensing little unity in the Alliance. What could be the reason? They are having many lords, but each of them are doing whatever they please. I am wondering if a region requires a leader such as an emperor or other monarch in order to function. Should I tell her?
Supplies are the lifeblood of any army.
Alright, let's grab these while I'm here.
Everything has its use.
Actually...
You know what? I kinda like sieges. I mean, think about it. You get to stay nice and cozy in some castle or whatever. It sounds great. Oh, but then there's the part where the enemy cuts off your supply lines and tries to starve you out, huh? Nope, never mind. Go away, sieges! Okay then. Well done. Who's over here?
How can I be of service?
I found myself wondering if Her Majesty couldn't have us advance at a greater speed. And yet we continue our careful plodding pace, holding both banks of the Airmid as we do. Perhaps she's more cautious than expected. Or perhaps... no, forget I said anything. What do you know that I don't? I guess we'll find out before too long. Alright, so I've seen this in another run, so I don't have to go through that. I've got to get stronger, but I also need to start using my head more. War isn't just about two sides smashing into each other, much as I'd like it to be. You've also got sieges, rescues, logistics, defense, and so much more. You've really been using your head lately, Caspar. I'd better keep up.
Way to go!
You make it sound so easy. Guess what? Guess that's what it's like to have that cool poise of a hardened merc. At least he took it in stride. I was relieved when I heard we wouldn't be finding the kingdom right away. I suppose that makes me selfish, huh? I can follow orders if it involves taking Alliance lives, but I hate the idea of hurting people from the kingdom.
Nuh-uh.
It's not selfish to dislike the idea of finding your old allies and friends. No one wants to do that.
Oh no.
Yeah, I suppose. Oh, hey, Ladislava.
I'm grateful.
I thank you for your assistance on the Great Bridge of Murden. I volunteered to take up the vanguard, yet ended up deceived by the enemy actions and was cut off. I do hope that troublesome Count Gloucester remains in quiet retirement going forward. Claude has been causing me no end of trouble. He truly is a cunning adversary. Come to think of it, that particular quality stretches back to his student days. He appears suddenly and with an easy smile that reveals nothing, yet the entire time he is scheming to outwit you. Tell me, what's your impression of the man?
Yeah,
He seems like a nice, easygoing sort of fellow, especially for a noble.
Hello.
A positive evaluation indeed, but perhaps not all that surprising. Given the circumstances, I suppose it's not surprising. Can't remember if you told me, but can you choose the house you can be at the beginning? Yes, there's a decision point around the middle of the prologues that allows you to say, okay, I'll be sticking with these guys as the war unfolds.
Very nice.
Lawrence, I'm simply overjoyed that you have decided to fight on the side of the Empire. Still your joy, Ferdinand. A defeated man makes no decisions. He simply does as he is told. Even so, you were clever enough to read the winds of war and stop fighting before it was too late. To fight in vain is to bring suffering upon one's people. That is a thought neither I nor my father could ever stomach.
I love it.
No need for the false humility. Not many people could make the call you did.
I am on.
Exactly. And now we too will henceforth show the world the true spirit of nobility. Delightful words. I will return the favor of my life by fighting alongside you all. Oh boy. So you two are back to your conniving ways? Your two support in 3 houses was painful.
Hold on a moment.
You there. You recognize me, yes? Don't tell me you were trying to slip by without giving proper respects. It boggles the mind to think a commoner like you would ignore a highborn baron such as myself. You wonder how I pinpointed your baseborn nature? Your aura and... oh, jeez. Well then.
Over here.
Claude makes much trouble for us. He oversaw the recapture of the bridge and commanded the siege of the Imperial Army as it attacked Leicester. Though it pains me to do so, I would be a liar if I did anything but acknowledge his ability.
Well?
I imagine this man has earned a nickname of his own by this point. Perhaps the Master Tactician? I think that's something he's given at some point. Guess we'll see.
Did you need something?
I was dispatched from the capital as a messenger, and honestly, the mood here at the front is much better than I expected it to be. I was pretty worried about the Minister of Military Affairs being in such a tricky spot, you know? But now I can return to the capital with my mind at ease. May the tides of battle flow in your favor. Alrighty then. So in your opinion, which house is the best to play as? It honestly depends, because let's see. The Blue Lions tend to favor cavalry units, cavalry and martial units. The Empire tends to favor, is a mix of magic and, it's a mix of pretty much everything. A lot of magic though, and the Alliance is more focused around archery. So, honestly, it really depends. Not story-wise? I mean, I'm biased toward the Blue Lions because Blue Lions' best house, but apart from that...
Truth be told...
I recently received an unusual letter from my father regarding the Minister of Military Affairs. He says this is an opportunity to up the man in my debt, and entreats me to do my utmost to rescue him. I find the whole thing quite odd. They dislike each other as much as ever, yet still maintain a deep concern for one another.
see.
They seem like a rather cunning pair. Maybe their whole not getting along thing was just for show. I can't fathom what purpose deceiving so many people would have. Why go to the trouble? Well, it's nothing to me. If they wish to play politics, they can have their fun. Alrighty then. What are you up to, Hubert?
As a matter of fact.
Honestly, my greatest concern right now is the situation on the kingdom side of the matters. Especially as my report claims Count Rowe gives no indication of further betrayal. Also, General Randolph appears to be doing well. The man has ambition to spare, and is beloved by his subordinates. He rather reminds me of yourself. Yep, he is certainly spirited, I'll give him that much. So I love melee combat, so the best house for me would be probably Blue Lions.
Excellent.
Some say Count Burgleys is the strongest man in the Empire. Perhaps he can slay me if we cross blades.
Let's see.
Now there's a fight I'd pay to see. Can't say who'd come out on top though. Might end up a draw. A pathetic outcome. And depends on what you're looking for, buddy. What are you up to?
You don't say.
As one would expect from the territory of the house that leads the Alliance, Regan is well prepared for any and all possibilities. They've even shown signs of preparing for an invasion of the Empire. You think Claude is plotting something else? Because if so... You thinking Count Gloucester might be doing some behind-the-scenes scheming again?
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. Hanneman and all the others at the Great Bridge of Murden have to stay vigilant. Well, that's why Hanneman's not a playable unit this time around. They gotta keep him elsewhere. That makes sense, I guess. And we've got enough mages in this group.
Hi there.
Why aren't we advancing more quickly? When I think about how Leopold and our allies are in danger, it makes me really mad.
Please.
We're going to help them, no matter what. There you are, Balthus.
I don't know.
Well, look who it is. The big bad sellsword folks just can't stop talking about. Heard the Emperor went and made you a general, yeah? Bet that put some coin in your pockets. Good thing they're paying me all that money, too. I'm gonna have to buy a bigger purse to hold it all.
I get you.
Glad to hear it. Although it sounds like this might be a good opportunity for me to get my debts in order. Will you actually get them in order this time, though? I do wonder about that.
Training can be the difference between victory and defeat.
Alright, so nothing more that can be... Oh, right, I've got all of you that I can bolster as well. Now that you three are back on my turf. Alrighty, let's go ahead and see the training then, now that I can fill this out more easily. So I guess the real question is, what exactly can Lawrence train in? Let's see... Been having him work on magic, so... Well, I had him work on magic from his days when I was playing the Golden Deer route, so... What supports does he have? Really? None? Seriously? Okay then. I'm kinda surprised at that, actually. Do you have any supports with anyone? No? Well, apart from the Ashen Wolves that I've already obtained, but... And then, I guess here's the next question. Does Balthus have any special supports with anyone? Edelgard? That's unexpected. Huh. Let's see, and then Lawrence is a known quantity, and then Caspar. Okay, that makes sense. We'll go ahead and throw these two together then. Actually, I think these two would get along really well now that I think of it. Alright, now who should I pair with Edelgard? Probably Ferdinand von Eyre. Actually, wait, they've already had their A support. Ferdinand needs to work on supports with somebody else, so go partner up with Dorothea. And Ferdinand von Eyre... Remind me.
With proper training, you'll be unstoppable.
Actually, wait. I've got a list of the ones I need to get before part 2, actually. Let me see. Where's the checklist, I think? Okay, so I want to try and get all the B supports before things go haywire. So to that end... to help influence, help push us in that direction, so I want... Oh yeah, Caspar and Bernie need to square off? Okay, so in that case, if it's an Ashen Wolf support, it probably isn't relevant to too much, so I guess I can have Edelgard go over here, since she's good to go for part 2. And then I need Caspar and Bernie to face off. And then... basically Hubert and Dorothea for a lot of these. So Dorothea and Ire. And then I need to pair someone with Hubert. Happy's good, so let's go with to Caspar Scene 2. Let's see. Yeah, let's go with this. Alright, this is good. Alright, that should suffice. Now I just need to pick out what everybody should work on. Well, first, let's get a few extra classes for Balthus, Ignatz, and Lawrence. Oh, actually, Lawrence and Ignatz are fine from what I saw. Balthus needs something new to work on, though. Let's give him Wyvern Rider to work on.
Oh, this is different.
Although he'll probably be my main grappler since I don't have anybody else that uses gauntlets. Actually, wait. I probably have your Hero's Relic too, don't I? Oh boy. Gonna make things fun. Alright, I just need you to train on something, so go ahead and pair off with Monica. Unless I can pair things off a little differently. It doesn't look good. Unless I want to drag Constance away. Who's Constance with right now? Oh yeah, I can pull Constance away. Oh wait, that was for Petra, right. That should suffice. Okay. Then I need to assign Balthus. Alright, I think we're good. Let's have it out. As expected, can only go through one round.
I'll surely put this to good use.
You can learn Meteor.
Oh, look at that.
Nice. Alright, that's probably all I need to do for this round.
To see how you do.
Because I just need to open up enough to where... Actually, let's not worry about that yet. I just need to open up enough...
Hunger is the true enemy.
...to where I can go to the next story point, and then check out supports and whatnot. Alright, let's take that list back up. Let's see. Throw that over here so we can keep an eye on the chat. Let's see. I guess it'll be you two then.
Yeah, the flavor's not really there. Might want to try something different next time.
I see someone has been digging into my culinary preferences. Well, who am I to say no?
What have I done to deserve this? I mean, thank you.
Come back whenever you're hungry.
Alright.
Hunger is the true
Oh, that unlocked the support. That makes things easy on me. And then... weapon durability loss greatly reduced, that's another good one. Oh, good, I need to build this one up. That makes things easy. Nice.
Hey, this is great. I bet anyone would love this stuff.
Oh, this looks great. I'm gonna demolish this puppy for sure.
Oh, this is the best! Let's eat!
Alrighty then.
Come back whenever you're hungry.
And then I think there's another that I prefer to get, just for make sure I'm fine. Oh yeah, greatly fills Awakening Gauge at the start, so I can just dip into that immediately. Yeah, it doesn't look like I can easily see to what I have listed, but that's okay. What can I work on then? Whoops, wrong thing. Sure, why not?
Solid, solid.
He's gonna do what to a puppy? Were you not? Oh. He's just gonna enthusiastically devour his food.
This
It's fine.
surprise pleases me. How did you know I would have enjoyment of this?
Hey, my favorite. You sure know how to brighten a guy's day.
There we go. Alright.
Back whenever you're hungry.
Should be pretty much ready for combat now that that's been seen to. Then we'll go ahead and see to the small bit of gameplay that we get from this, and then we'll call it here. So Blue Lions is their name, and they would fit well as melee fighters. Well, the nice thing about the game is that you can make pretty much anyone into... Ooh. We've got more than one paralog? Okay. Do I have time to do these two paralogs? Or should I save them for Thursday? You know what? We'll save the paralogs for Thursday, actually. So that'll be a time when more people will be able to join us. So we'll save the paralogs for Thursday. Let's just get the main story handled. Alright, so pursue Regan troops. Let's see, so Blue Lions, their name, they're fit as a melee fighter. Let's actually answer this. The nice thing about this game is that you can make anyone into anything, but the Blue Lions have a lot more melee fighters. Because you have a couple of mages and an archer, but pretty much everybody else uses either a sword, a lance, or an axe. So basically everything else is seen to within their ranks. Alright, let's see who I can drag along.
Let's get this over with.
Who, me? Fine. What's
Okay,
the
and
plan?
then...
Kneel before Her Majesty.
You have way too much fun.
Put me in there and watch our enemies fly.
Put me in, coach! Make sure you've got the good stuff, too. Alright, you don't have a crest. Actually, if Edelgard's not in play, technically I can give you that axe and be fine, but... that should be fine for our purposes. And you've got the Aurora Shield to deal with the flyer weakness. Alright, this should be fun. Your whole army will consist of gauntlets and the army will punch everyone to death? Yeah, you do that then. It'll be amusing if nothing else.
Right, let's do this.
All right,
Right then. Let us shall
Ooh, I should have brought an archer into
To
this.
be amazed. I'm right.
All right, I'm going.
I never let an audience down.
Alright. The best axe combat art in the game. I'm glad I have that one assigned if nothing else. Oh shoot, I've gotta go pursue people?
Here goes.
Okay, Happy, go deal with that one. Oh crap, I'm taking a lot of damage. Well, I'm not S-ranking this the first try. Ah man, it's a lot more difficult when there's three of them. Luckily, best axe combat art in the game. Stop blocking so I can hit you. Okay, yeah, I'm definitely not getting S rank on this attempt. Luckily, this is a grindable battle, so I can just do a second attempt later. Alright, now we got him.
Important capturing the stronghold if we don't put it to good use.
Let us go.
And of course, the Pegasus Knight I was going after starts running like a coward. Get back here! If I can swat ya. You know what? I win button.
Watch my back.
How are we doing? Oh yeah, I'm definitely not getting S rank on this. Didn't expect to when I've got 3 mages in play, but still.
Yeah, all right. This is the only.
And you blocked most of that, great.
Looks like you got one tough fight on your hands.
Alright, that should get most of them. Alright, the armored dude should die from that, but that priest will be a little more resilient to magic.
Bitter than black as coffee.
Luckily, best dark magic spell in the game that isn't named Dark Spikes. Alright, and bam.
Here goes.
No way I'm running from this.
I'm dragging the others down.
Our time has finally come.
Final words.
Yeah, right.
Well, since I can use Hubert to spam combat arts, this might unironically be the better strategy than using Caspar. Especially since I've got the special ability where they get bound by something and then I just hit them even more.
I'm sorry. We weren't strong enough.
Anybody else?
Any final
Wasn't
words?
so bad.
Alright, so now we need to converge on this guy. This girl, I should say. Kablam. And then... Oh, jeez! That was effective. Alright, chase after him. Get back here. I'm surprised they gave me a perfect dodge with that. Alright, lay into him. Oh, that combat art's so useful. I should have had that on Hilda throughout the Golden Deer route.
Very well.
Down you go.
That's a massive victory.
How much space does this take up? What, do you mean as in... What do you mean by space? As in... Space on... as in storage space? Again with the chapter thing? That was not a thing in Three Houses. Where did that come from? The... Dumb. Absolutely dumb. If you mean storage space, I don't know. I bought the physical version. I'd assume about 5 to 15 gigs if it's anything like the original Warriors.
What's... Oh, it's a dream.
Oh, huh?
Why do you always settle for such simple reasoning? You know this is more than a fabrication of your sleep-addled mind. Our first reunion in who knows how long, and you try to write me off as a figment of your imagination?
Sorry about that, though I was definitely asleep last I checked. Anyway, what do you want?
To warn you, something is troubling me. Eating away at me, actually.
Oh, right, because this is right before the next confrontation with Byleth, so yeah, we have to have this cutscene. Alright, cool. Same one that we saw in the Golden Deer run.
I can't quite put my finger on it, but I can sense a presence closing in on you. A dangerous one.
The Ashen Demon, right? This wouldn't be your first warning about that one.
That might be it. Perhaps the two of you will square off in battle soon.
Good. Because this time, I'm gonna win. I have to.
Should I tell her?
Fortunately, I'm pretty used to these powers of yours by now.
Then I'll let myself stay just a tiny bit optimistic. Just don't forget that your opponent has had as much time to grow as you. Your future isn't the only one at stake here. The demon could also put an end to Edelgard's vision with as little as one swing of a sword. Whatever happens, we can't let all our hard work be undone.
Byleth better be scared? Should I tell him?
Since when have you been such a warrior? I've got this, trust me. I won't let anything happen, not to Edelgard or to the others.
What do you mean? I'm always worried about you. After all, you're my...
Yeah, I'm your partner in destiny.
I finally got you to say it. How wonderful.
Oh boy. Of course, that's what you latch on to. Alright, so Mana Shop moved over there. Did I need to S rank this to get at that? Yeah, I did. Alright, I can always replay it though.
What say you?
Oh, nice. Okay. Tell you what? I don't know, what am I gonna tell you? I know things. I know things about how the fight with Violet and Shez is gonna play out. If it's mirroring what happened in the Golden Deer round, it's gonna be fun to watch the reaction to it. I'm very curious to see if it's any different from this perspective. Although I think I can technically check with some of the cutscenes I have, since you're able to go back and revisit cutscenes, but still. Either way, so since this is an early morning stream that not as many people could show up for, we'll save the paralogs for next week. So, what we're gonna do then is we'll just see if... Actually, is it just this conversation that was had? If it's just one conversation, I guess we'll save that for when we're able to link back up next as well. But now that that's done, I can cross that off the list. Mortal, I command you to tell me? Since when are you someone that could make that kind of demand? Oh no, you're gonna have to wait until Thursday to find out. Speaking of which, it's gonna be a relatively straightforward streaming schedule for this week. We've got, well, Fire Emblem today. I'm probably not gonna stream again today since that started to feel a bit of a headache coming on and didn't get as much sleep last night, so honestly streaming now is probably a bad idea, but you know what? I really wanted to do it. So, that is the freedom I have, since that I'm doing this as a hobby instead of an occupation. I do have that freedom to just do random stuff like this. Either way, there'll be a couple days where not so much is going on, but then Wednesday will be Xenoblade, Thursday we'll jump back into Fire Emblem, and Saturday will be our usual Metroid Dread shenanigans. So, I will find you. Yeah, good luck, buddy. Either way, thanks for sticking around, thanks for watching. Thanks for enjoying along with me as we get ourselves into way too much damn trouble. I'm very curious to see what those paralogs have in store for us, though. That'll be the really interesting part for me. Kinda want to tackle them now, but... nah, we'll wait until Thursday when it'll be easier to deal with all of that. Although I'll probably need to change the thumbnail, given that this was only step 1 in rescuing Count Burglaze and we still haven't done it yet. Either way, that's where we'll call it. When I get my hands on this game, there will be bloodshed. Oh boy. The man in the mirror nods his head. The only one left will ride upon the dragon's back. Because the mountains don't give back what they take. Okay, I'm having a little too much fun. I'm gonna call it here. Thank you all for watching. I'll see you Thursday for Fire Emblem, or maybe Wednesday for Xenoblade. Either way,